Let's take a look at the menu items at the top again. Under File, you got the option for a new scene. You can open, you can save or save as. You can also do incremental saves. You can send this to Maya or Max, or do an export screen to PSD. You can even re-import from PSD. You can import, as you're going to be doing with your meshes when you create your base meshes in Maya or Max. You can import UVs, and you can export your selection. In this case, you'd be exporting it as an FBX. You have recent files you can choose from, and also where you're going to be exporting all paint layers, something you'll be doing towards the end of the semester. Edit gives you some option for undo and redo, also some selection options that you're going to want to spend some time with. Create allows you to do mesh and create some basic primitives, just like that window in the very beginning of our first video. You've got curves, cameras, lights, materials. You can make selection sets, stencils, and also tiling planes. All of these will be important to you as you start to experiment in Mudbox, but chances are you might not be using them right away. Mesh is going to be the most important menu. So we're going to skip that for now and go to Display. Display is nice because you can choose to have options hidden or activated. Spend some time navigating through here and seeing what they provide you. But I will say that the option to turn wireframe on and off is a really key feature. Something that you might want to do when you're doing screenshots or screen grabs for presentation. You can also show both sides of your mesh. Very important when you want to show both face normals, or I should say reverse face normals. If you want to see both sides of your mesh, you want to make sure that you have that turned on. You also can turn off or turn on any kind of errors in this window, something that I recommend that you also have turned on. And you can choose to go into full screen or expert mode, which I'm sure you're all going to be in by the end of the semester, right? UVs and maps are going to be important. It's recommended that you always do your UV layouts in Maya or Max or your other standard 3D application. I would avoid doing your UVs inside of Mudbox. If you have to for some reason though, you can create them. You can also remove them by doing delete and then recreate them. And then you have very limited options. So flatten them, unflatten them, and so on. It is recommended again that if you are having problems, I would go back into your standard application, your 3D application, and do them in there. This is also where you're going to be extracting maps, and we'll be talking about that later this semester. Render, if you want to save a screen image, if you want to record a movie or do a turntable, you can do that here. And in Windows, you've got preferences. Take a moment to go through your preferences and see what it is that you might need to adjust. Preferences are important. You might need to make some changes just based on your system settings. You can also have a log opened, and this will show you when you have any kind of crashes or errors. I recommend that you do use this. If you are having problems in Mudbox, you can copy and paste your text and drop that into any kind of email or perhaps in a thread for class, for your teacher, or for Autodesk to help you with. The other option is help. Spend some time in help again, go through the help menus and the help items. It's a good idea that you do spend some time in here. The learning movies are going to be very, very essential. So let's take a look now at working inside of our options for sculpting. And what does it mean to subdivide? And what does it mean to increase that and to add some surface detail to your mesh? We'll be doing that in our next video.